If you are behind on rent or facing eviction, my next guest may be able to help you find the right resources. You guys just heard me talk about the rising rent costs here in and around DFW. So on today's Culture segment, we are featuring Judge Mike Jones joining us this morning from Grand Prairie. Good morning, Judge Jones.
Recognizing the rise of evictions after the federal moratorium expired, I hosted an eviction relief seminar for both landlords and tenants to keep families in their homes and reduce the number of evictions. The effects of the pandemic have led to a significant increase of mental health warrants. As a result, I am hosting mental health community seminars to provide resources and assistance for anyone who is facing a mental health crisis. I am improving the procedures of my court by leading and adopting a new case management system that is set to go live fall 2022. This will make my court, as well as all justice peace courts, more efficient and effective. I'm Judge Mike Jones. Let's keep moving forward. Re-elect me as your Justice of the Peace for Precinct 4, Place 1.
The platform is actually an acronym of FAST, F-A-S-T, which is forward thinking, accessibility and accountability, systems improvement, as well as trustworthiness.
Okay.
So, it's a lot of things that we actually have had. It's been very phenomenal things with the court. The precinct covers the city of Carrollton, Coppell, which was recently added. You have Grand Prairie, Irving, DeSoto, which is a portion of DeSoto, and Cedar Hill.
Now, Coppell and Carrollton.
Yes, as of November 2nd. We was redistricted. Our lines were redrawn, and we had took upon a couple. Let's keep moving forward here in Dallas County, and to re-elect me as current Justice of the Peace. And one thing I didn't identify earlier is the fact that there's a rise. That we have a rising concern of evictions here. I've actually hosted an eviction relief seminar in November of last year, which over 120 people participated online and in person. And this seminar allowed landlords as well as tenants to see different resources and money that's still out there from the county. Because we know Texas rent relief programs are taking 3 to 4 months to even process cases, and it's putting a burden on the landlords as well for getting payment. And so we brought these. So Dallas County has an eviction diversion program in which can pay the rent within about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And I can say I'm one of the courts with the highest number of approved applications for that program, because we have on-site people at court hearings that are actually screening individuals and going through these programs. I've actually saw that, well, there's an issue, there's an opportunity. We have people that may feel like they didn't get their day in court, which I understand that, which we have your appeal rights. We actually have partnered up with North Texas Legal Aid, where they actually have legal staff that is actually outside with a table set up, so you can get legal representation as long as you go through their screening process and parameters. To help fight also with evictions, we also have Dallas County Eviction Advocacy Center that practices out of our court as well. So, and again, these are third parties; they're not affiliated with our court, but we make sure that we provide the resources for everybody to have these resources in the event if they feel that they can get just cause. Also, I do want to go ahead and address as well is I'm big on criminal justice reform. How can we make things more fair? Seeing that I've had a significant increase of juvenile truancies that was actually at my court, as well as at-risk youth, I've created a teen court program to address those youth. I've worked with Grand Prairie's Police Department, and we had collaborated and worked and created a program called the HELP Program, in which you have Grand Prairie's finest police officers that will mentor at-youth kids, in unarmed clothes. And so we work with officials, we collaborate and figure out what can we do to move this thing forward and add to criminal justice reform. So I just want to go ahead and you to consider me for re-election, Judge Mike Jones, for Precinct 4, Place 1, and have a lot, and we've made a lot of phenomenal changes, and we're going to keep moving forward. So thank you so much, Ed Gray, for having me out here on this show, and I really appreciate you allowing me to get here and tell the listeners and make sure that we inform and not misinform our listeners on what you can see out here in the world.
All right. Well, we're glad you came on the show. You know, earlier today, Cool Kemp was like saying, he was asking me who you were gonna have on the show. I said, who?
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
If you're looking for justice of the peace in Precinct 4, vote Mike Jones. He's that and more. Precinct 4. Who? Mike Jones.